The pleasure to introduce Kara Leonard as a student speaker for this afternoon. Kara is a second career attendee for the College of Southern Maryland's nursing program. She was formerly a personal trainer for adults and also had a toddler gym, and went into nursing because she recognized that she knew she could do more with her life and wanted to challenge herself and reach out to a higher goal. She's married with 3 kids. And I'm really pleased to introduce the speaker that you've selected, Kara Leonard.
So my friends would tell you I normally have no problem getting up and being in front of people, but I find myself quite overwhelmed today. Mainly because the honor that my classmates and my friends have bestowed upon me is overwhelming. It has made me quite emotional. And so if I run off stage right, just know, don't go that way. And Professor Young's going to finish my speech for me. You laugh, but it could happen. Ashley told me I'm not allowed to stand up here and talk about myself, so this should be pretty quick. There's a quote I've kept by my desk all throughout nursing school by Muhammad Ali. And he said, "If they can make penicillin out of moldy bread, they can sure make something out of you." And this served to remind me that this moment was possible, that people make something from nothing every day, and that people come from nothing to become something every day. So why not me? Why not us? All of us have pictured this moment every day since first setting our sights on the nursing profession, right? To be sitting here having accomplished what we have is an incredible moment for us, and we want to thank all of you for flying and driving and walking in to share this with us today. On behalf of myself and my colleagues and my classmates and my friends, we thank our families and our friends. We thank our professors and our clinical instructors. We thank everyone who stood beside us as we toiled and fought to make our dreams come true. I speak for all of us when I say, without your love, understanding, and support, this moment would not have been possible. We come here today with pride at what we have accomplished and immense gratitude for those of you who have helped us accomplish it. There have been many times in my life where I have been proud to be part of something. As the daughter of a Marine and a Navy nurse, the sister of a Marine, the very proud wife of a Marine, 3 amazing kids, business owner and a nonprofit founder, I'm very proud of who I am. But I've never been more proud to be counted amongst a group of people as I am that sits before me. To be chosen to speak on their behalf is a tremendous honor, one I have not taken lightly. Obviously, one I will always treasure. I cannot adequately express my gratitude to you, my classmates, and my friends for this privilege, and I hope I make you proud and not pass out. As I'm sure you can imagine, there were innumerable thoughts and emotions that raced through my head as I thought about what to say, who needed to be recognized, how do you sum up the nursing experience in a few short minutes. But one concept I kept coming back to was time. Many poets and philosophers have pondered and written about time. Scientists have studied it. Marketers use it to sell their products and creams. Movies have been made about the harnessing of time and the fleeting nature of it. But with all these postulations, there's only a couple truths we actually know about time. It cannot be bent to one's will. It cannot be stopped, and it cannot be repeated. The only power we have over time is how we choose to use it. Knowing that time is such a precious commodity, how does one decide where to spend it, how to use the time we are given? Well, we have to start by asking ourselves, what's important to us? What are our priorities? What are our values? What mark do I want to leave on this world? All of those you see before you answered those questions with one courageous answer, and we chose to spend our time in the service of others. For nursing is the definition of service. Hippocrates said, "Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity." It was our choice to spend an inordinate amount of time learning the skills and gaining the knowledge that will best serve those for whom we have the privilege to care. All in an effort to be a benefit, to be a force for good, for humanity itself. We chose to fight through doubt, right? Through failure, lots of that. We chose to fight for our dreams, our goals. Most importantly, we chose to fight for something that was bigger than ourselves. Sorry, guys. Before you sits a group of people. Though to the normal eye, or naked eye, they look normal, but that could not be farther from the truth. And I don't mean that in a bad way. No, let me finish. Each of these people you see over here is remarkable. Some I've gotten to know very well, some not as well as I would have liked to, but every single one of them I've talked to. They are remarkable people. They are talented. They are brilliant. Each possessing the knowledge and the abilities that are going to change countless lives. Each of us fought and struggled in our own ways to get here. We are warriors in our own right. Every adventure begins with the first step. As we embark on our careers in nursing, the road again will be long. The journey will be full of more challenges, more doubts, more failures. We will rest if we must, but we will never turn back. We will never give up. Our next step can be our moment, our triumph, and our greatest victory. We are warriors. We are warriors for the sick. We are warriors for the scared. We are warriors for those who cannot fight for themselves. The legendary Teton Dakota Indian chief, Sitting Bull, described nurses perfectly, sorry, Sarah, when he said, "Warriors are not what you think of as warriors. The warrior is not someone who fights because no one has the right to take another life. The warrior for us is one who sacrifices himself for the good of others. His task is to take care of the elderly, the defenseless, those who cannot provide for themselves, and above all, the children, the future of humanity. We have spent our time, a lot of time, hours, days, weeks, years, right? All in the pursuit of one goal. Now, it's our time. It's our time to shine. It is our time to prove ourselves. It's our time to make waves. It's our time to take nursing by storm. It's our time to care, and it's our time to take charge. Now it's our turn to have the answers. Scary thought. It is up to us to decide what the future holds. Let our lives echo the words of Nelson Mandela. There is no passion to be found in playing small and living a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. We all heard the call to serve, the call to make a difference, the call to play big, to swing for the fences. We had the courage to answer that call. Let us now have the courage to put our passion to work and leave our mark. We must pursue with vigor that which we are called to do. A great leader said, "Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking potential," which I love, because that means there's a lot of hope for me out there. Go Kara. Before closing, there are some acknowledgments that need to be made. The professors and clinical instructors, for those of you who don't know and have not had the privilege to meet, are some of the best human beings we've ever met. You guys that we've had the pleasure to work with and learn from throughout our time in nursing school have imbued in us the values of wisdom and integrity. These will serve us well as we move forward. Without their guidance and passion, our education would have missed a critical element, which is the human experience. We all have stories of our time with you. I see you out there, Jessie May. Where's she? She don't play. She don't play. A lot of these stories end in laughter. Most end in tears. You guys have played a large and essential role in our lives, many of you becoming more like family than faculty. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with us. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us, though thank you cannot sufficiently express our gratitude. We can only hope we make you proud by using what you've taught us and instilled in us as your students to make the biggest impact possible in the lives of our patients and for those who we get to care for. We can thank you by becoming assets to the institutions in which we practice. We can thank you by continuing our educations, and we can thank you by carrying forward the profession of nursing with veracity. Where's Miss B? Veracity. All right, so here's the tricky part. We were told in orientation that, I think Professor Ragland said it, you guys are going to make the best friends of your lives in nursing school. And I remember thinking, I have friends, you know, okay, I don't think so. I remember doubting that. I was sitting there, and never in my life have I been more wrong about something. The people I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by during this journey have not just become friends or family, but a part of who I am at my core. They have inspired me and supported me, shown me kindness and love, and respected me with honesty. These people held me up when I was too tired to hold myself. How I was so fortunate to gain the friendships of such extraordinary people, I will never know, but I will forever be grateful and humbled by their love. Whew. The way I speak of my friends is the way all of us speak about those we've had the privilege to journey with. Now, as we venture into the professional world and away from our comfortable little academic nest, our friendships and our bonds will serve as part of the foundation on which we build our careers, and they will serve as pillars that we lean on as we face the challenges to come, because they will come. We will take our memories and our time together, and we will use them to weave the lives we aim to create. Our experiences and our friendships will always be the tie that binds us, no matter the distance and no matter the paths we take. Before I overstay my welcome up here, let me close. I find myself overwhelmed with emotion, as I'm sure we all do. Equal parts excitement, fear, and a little anxiety for the speech, but also, for becoming a real nurse, as Stephanie would say. But relief, happiness, and pride for what we've accomplished, love and gratitude for those who have stood beside us and still stand. Above all, confidence and optimism as we look toward the future at the possibilities that are before us. Maya Angelou famously wrote, "I've learned whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch people. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. So as we go, let us be inspired by those who came before us. Let us be guided by the fire in our hearts and the knowledge in our heads. Let us relentlessly pursue excellence and unparalleled accomplishment in our practice. Most of all, let us be humbled by those we serve. My life has been enriched by this experience beyond measure. I have learned not only the art and science of nursing, but also the awe-inspiring power of the human will. It has been an honor to walk among you. Thank you.